to conclude the presentation, I figured to talk a bit about some information that's a bit contradictory towards my belief and the relationship between media and politics, which is focusing on the public opinion. And another part of my research was finding out how the people themselves felt in terms of the news and how they felt towards politicians. And looking for this information, you realize that there's a lot of distrust, and not only towards the people and politicians, but also towards people and the media, because a lot of the media is owned by one central person or organization or a series of politicians or people in power. So they question the validity of the information being given. And this in turn also helps to develop negatively, of course, the gap between the people and the news and the media, which makes it harder for them to give them the informative news or the informative information, because they aren't trusting it, or they aren't reading it, or they aren't listening to it. Instead, they're searching for, again, social media sites or blogs by, citizens, rather than looking towards official platforms. And also, because they're doing this also decreases the need for professional journalism. Instead, more amateuristic and more, on the fly, as soon as it comes out type media, though that's the kind of news that's being portrayed. And I think that it's a problem when tabloids are getting more attention, and when more amateuristic journalism is getting more views than official public newspapers or even online newspapers, because they don't trust their government, or they feel that the media is being blinded or controlled by what the government feels or says. But if you take into account the fact that the Czech recently became more democratic after their years of communism, this is also something that is to be expected. However, the results of this are not being shown as effectively as they possibly could be, because of the fact that, again, there's this distrust and there's this unrest and unsatisfaction, to the point where the people only trust themselves, which, instead of helping to create a better unified nation, they are separating themselves further between them and us, between our elected officials and our public citizens. And media is getting the negative impact of that, to the point where they won't read their papers, or they won't believe their news. They feel that it's not credible, or it's not valid, it's not true. And as a result, that is how this gap is being created. And it contradicts a bit what I was previously saying, because I believe that politicians and media, if they work together, they'll be able to address the people better. But because of the mindset of the people, due to recently becoming democratic, as well as the rep or the reputation that media had developed so far, it's a lot harder for that trust to be built. There's also a problem in the confrontation that the media has been showing and giving, because of the fact that they're used to being censored for so long that it's harder for them to report and to inform the media of what's going on. Instead, they're just putting out pretty much safe information that's a bit contradictory towards what their actual goal is, which is to inform the public and to address those confrontational issues that no one else may know about or no one else may be able to do as effectively. And so I believe that in closing, there's a lot of problems, both financial, political, and of course, technological issues with the Czech Republic. However, it all comes down to a matter of trust in your media and trust in your politicians. And until that trust has been established, and until that the focus stops being on whether what they're saying is true or not, and whether what they're saying can affect your future, I believe that the Czech Republic will continue to have these problems. So that's the end of my presentation. Attached, I also have a video of people from the Czech Republic, as well as people from the media in the Czech Republic, talking about this very decline in the trust. So please watch it, and it may help you get some more information, as well as give you more of a personal feel towards what's actually going on. And hopefully this has convinced you to do your part and make sure you always stay informed with what's going on. And that's all for me. So this is Amber Sumter, and I'm signing out. Good night.